Bruce Berman has been an associate professor in the Department of Journalism and Media Studies since 2006. Now he focuses on teaching photography, but has been a professional photographer for almost 4 decades. In the early days, he focused on documentary projects in his hometown of Chicago, where he photographed Appalachian migrants and the Black Panthers that led him to work for the New York Times.
I knew nothing. I had no training, no skill. I'd always been interested in photography, but I had nothing. And so I get back from college, and I came back to Chicago to be a writer. Working for the New York Times is the greatest thing in the world, not because it's the New York Times, because it kind of put me into things I would have not normally been able to get into.
He also photographed the street life of Chicago by going to blues bars.
At night, I'd go to the blues bars, and I'm in there shooting. They were fine. There was no limitations, but I didn't know what I'm doing.
Even though he spent most of his time photographing in the Midwest, he decided to make the U.S.-Mexico border, especially between Ciudad Juarez and El Paso, his main line of work for nearly 3 decades.
Well, I didn't ever in my life expect to come to the border. I got a job on a telephone call from a desperate chairman of a department at UTEP saying, I have your resume. I wonder if you'd be considering coming to UTEP to teach photography. Can you be here in 3 weeks? Beginning photographers should come and live in El Paso for a while, because you're not only in America, but you have an international story right at your feet. I mean, walk across that bridge and you are not in the United States anymore.
He draws on his years of experience to help his students become more proficient.
They've gotten a lot better. Bruce is a really smart guy, and he just gives you like the tools that you need, the words of wisdom really, that like if you just go up to him, have a quick question, he'll give it to you and just expand on your whatever you want to do from that.
So the population growth is
After 16 years, he's not sure how much longer he'll teach at NMSU, and he's already considering his next step. He sees himself doing documentary photography and working on an essay to illustrate the untold stories of around the Segundo Barrio in El Paso, where an unexpected phone call landed him 30 years ago. Cesar Hernandez, News 22.